Hi everyone, we are the youth team here at Children Always First. I'm Kirsty,
Hannah,
Leon.
and we're missing Elliot today because he's very, very busy doing something extra fun. Today is the start of National Youth Work Week, and it's a week where we're going to celebrate all the fabulous things we do as the youth team for Children Always First. And as part of that, we have asked our colleagues, our young people and friends to send us in lots and lots of questions about youth work and about us so that we can answer them for you. So, Leon, would you like to choose the first question?
Okay, first question out of the box. What are some of the biggest challenges young people are facing today?
Go on then.
I think, social media is a massive thing. In my day and age, we didn't have as much internet and much ways to contact people. It was, you go out and meet your friends, find out where their bikes were or your normal hangout spots, but children have got the internet everywhere and there's constant pressure to speak to people and to be in groups and stuff like that. And I think that's a big challenge for young people now.
Yeah, peer pressure is huge to sort of look a certain way or act a certain way or be a part of a certain group, and that can make it really hard.
Yeah.
For someone. Anything to add? Okay. Next question. What is your favourite thing to do with children and young people, and why? Favourite thing to do. So at CAF we have our weekly youth groups, and one of our favourite things to do is to play card games or dance and have a disco. One of our young people likes to be a DJ. So just being really silly and having lots of fun, and just seeing the young people get all excited and happy and meet each other and have fun together, I think, is my favourite thing.
Our young people are serious card game pros. Serious.
especially at cheat.
Yeah.
Cheat's the big game in a minute.
Thank you very much. Ooh, it's a good one. What is your biggest pet peeve? Oh my gosh, there's so many. But to narrow it down, it would probably be people that are unkind to one another is a massive peeve. So yeah, I'm big on kindness and doing nice things for people. So people that are unkind, that is my pet peeve.
Oh, what's my pet peeve? I don't know, that's a really hard question. I think people who are... When somebody steps on the back of your shoe, really annoys me.
That is also...
Especially Converse, they're so hard to...
Yeah, you can't put them back on your foot properly.
Yeah.
Okay, next
Mine's
question.
a random peeve.
Okay.
It's just a little random one. I don't like the word lush. I really don't like the word lush.
Oh my god, see, now that I know that, I'm going to use lush all the time.
I don't know what it is about the word. I don't know. It's just one of them words that, I don't know. So many better words in the vocabulary than lush. Okay.
He's gone for an orange stick.
What is youth work in a fostering agency like? I think youth work's amazing in a fostering agency because we have so many youth clubs and loads of one-to-one time with the children to actually find out the things they really like doing. We get a lot of support from foster carers as well to work alongside us and actually help the children grow and walk the walk with them. And I think our agency does it amazingly. We're always in contact with the foster carers, we're always in contact with the children. And, when they're at youth club, they've got other young people that they can speak to about anything. It's just a really safe space to constantly grow.
I agree. Okay, we haven't had a blue one yet. So, why is advocacy important in youth work? I think advocacy is important in youth work because there are so many young people that aren't heard and aren't listened to, and are maybe too afraid to speak up about their feelings, or there are lots of grown-ups in their lives that are making all the decisions on their behalf, especially young people that are in care. They've got their foster carers and social workers that are all making these really big decisions for them, with their best interests at heart. But sometimes young people don't get the opportunity to say what they want to say, And that's part of our job, is to sort of hear the young people and be there for them and speak up for them. So if they've got something they want to say, or something that they're unhappy with in their placement or with contact or anything like that, they can come and talk to us and we can be their voice for them. And that means that they do get heard.
I want a red one.
Red.
Well, seeing as we're wearing red.
Red is the colour.
Why did you choose youth work? Well, let's flip this one on its head. Youth work actually chose me. I love children. I love being around children. And when I was younger, I always wanted to save the world and make a difference to the world and leave the world in a slightly better place than how I found it. And that is why I chose youth work.
That's a good question. Why did you choose youth work?
I grew up around youth clubs and stuff like that when I was growing up, and I always gravitated towards the youth workers there. They'd make me do loads of sports and loads of things that I love doing, and went through a small path of doing different jobs and whatnot, and I just knew that the thing I loved was working with kids, and just being an advocate for them and walking their journey with them, and that's why I chose youth work.
Okay. I think I chose youth work, and I still choose youth work because as a kid I was very fortunate to have a cheerleader, being my mum, who would support me and encourage me and motivate me and stay with me, walk alongside me. So when things weren't going well, she'd always be there. And I was really lucky that I had that, but not many young people actually do have somebody that's cheering them on constantly. And I think that's what youth workers do. We're like big cheerleaders for young people to encourage them to always be the best that they can be. And I wanted to do that for other young people in the world. And that's why I do what I do.
Gonna have to go purple. You haven't had a purple yet.
The hard to read.
What is the hardest part of your job? Okay. I feel the hardest part of the job is finding the right way. Finding the right way to teach something. Like, you might have a specific thing you need to target and work towards, and finding the way to do that at the pace of a young person is quite difficult. But there's so many different ways that we use as a team. We always find a way to, put that message across that we need to. I think, that is one of the hardest parts.
Yeah, I think for me the hardest part is when a young person's going through like a really tough time, or something really awful's happened to them, and you want to be able to fix it and you can't. They've just got to sort of go through the experience, and just I guess seeing young people in pain or hurting or angry and having some of those negative feelings and not being able to fix everything. I think that's the hardest part for me.
Orange. What is your favourite colour and why? Ooh, I'm getting the best questions. So my favourite colour is red, black, green, pink. I have lots of favourite colours, but probably red would be my top favourite colour.
I think orange. Orange is my favourite colour because not everybody picks orange, and I feel bad for orange, so I like orange.
My favourite colour is red. Not that I'm a Liverpool fan. Red is the colour for Liverpool.
You just want to copy me.
Yeah, I'm feeling this all day. Yeah, I love red. Red's my favourite.
Okay. We haven't had yellow in a while. This one. Oh. Why do you think youth work is important? Why do we think youth work is important? Sorry. I think youth work is important because, that's such a loaded question. For many reasons. Because it's a really unique position to have, because you're not an authority figure, and you're not a best friend, but you're just somewhere in the middle of that. You're somebody that can build a relationship with a young person and befriend them, but still be able to sort of guide them and give them advice and just be there for them. And I just don't think there's enough youth workers in the world. There's not enough people in the world that are willing to work really late nights, unsociable hours, and be there for young people and give them the time of day. And there's not enough youth workers in the world doing that. Everyone gets preoccupied with their other sort of jobs, and it can be really easy to forget that the young person is at the centre of all of it, and that the youth work's really important because it puts the young person in the centre of what we do, and it just gives them the opportunity to see things in a different way and learn new things through experience, not just being taught in a lesson, but having opportunities to do different activities and have different learning experiences.
I think I agree with all of that, 100%. And I think, you know, youth workers, young people having a youth worker is massively important because, you know, you go on a journey together and there's experiences that they wouldn't normally be able to experience. And I love creating different massive things in their life and being part of that. And as their youth worker, I think that's really nice to walk that journey with them.
Your turn. Pick a stick.
Green.
Green is good.
If you wasn't a youth worker, what would you be? Okay. If I wasn't a youth worker, I would be a sports coach. I love sports. I love football mainly. Yeah, I think I'd be a sports coach.
I don't know what I'd be. I've had many jobs, many different jobs doing many different things, but I think ultimately there's always a little part of me that wants to be of service in some way to people and help people. So if I wasn't working with young people, I'd clearly be made for television. I don't know, I think just somewhere in the world I would be helping somebody do something in some way, shape or form.
Paramedic for me. Again, I have lived my life with public service, so if I wasn't a youth worker, I would be in another arena of public service, and that would probably be paramedic.
I think you'd be great at driving ambulances too.
I'd get there so fast with my driving. I would get there so fast.
It's true.
Why did you choose to work for children always first? I've always been interested in fostering, is the short answer really, and I've always worked with children, and I got an email saying there was a job at a fostering agency, and it was like destiny. That is the only way to describe it. I've wanted to work in the fostering arena for probably 15 years, and then all of a sudden, just destiny. That is how I ended up working in Children Always First.
My answer's pretty similar actually. It just kind of popped up. Somebody had pointed it out to me and I thought, oh, that would be interesting. Always thought I wanted to be a foster carer, as like when I retired, thinking it would be a really easy job. How wrong I am. Being a foster carer is one of the most challenging jobs in the whole world, and I take my hat off to foster carers because they do an amazing job. It's definitely not a retirement plan. It's a very hard job, but I chose to work for Children Was First, I think because it's a small agency with a family feel, and I knew it would be a new and exciting challenge, and for that part I was definitely right, because it's a great place to work.
I think, well, I came from the education background before I came into fostering, and there was other jobs that came up, and some of the interviews that didn't sit right with me, and I think that when I spoke to Kirsty first, and we had a chat, and I was like, she's really nice and bubbly, and then I was put through an interview, and I had an email about 2 interviews with staff members and then interviews with the children. And I was working predominantly, I was with children, working with them all the time in the education. And I think what sold it for me was the kids that interviewed me. I feel like, you know what, I feel that was a really nice touch to hear, like, from the children about what it's like for this company. And then, yeah, ever since that moment, I knew it was the right move, and I'm really enjoying it.
And they've never let you forget it, have they, the kids? I
No,
helped you get your job.
Yeah, all those children in those
do.
interviews, thank you guys. You are the reason I'm here.
Fabulous.
Is it me?
Is it my turn? Your turn. Go on, you go.
Is it?
I don't know.
You went last, did you?
I've just been, yeah.
Yeah, go on. Arguing already.
I'm yellow.
Ooh.
What's your favourite dance on Strictly Come Dancing? Oh, I'm sorry, I don't watch Strictly Come Dancing, but I can show you my favourite dance. It's like, and then,
Got some dangerous dance moves.
that's it. Call it the dad dance.
Yeah, I don't watch Strictly Come Dancing either because I don't actually watch any telly. I know, I'm a streamer.
She doesn't pay a TV licence.
We're just
Only
too
joking.
busy. We're far too busy with our young people to watch much television, unfortunately.
But we do love the Cha-Cha Slide at Youth Club. That's a fun one.
Yeah.
And also the Penguin Dance.
Oh, my
Can I see the
favourite.
penguin dance? By the way, guys.
Yes.
Lovely.
Of course.
Oh dear, really?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Appreciate
anytime.
that.
Moving swiftly on, I'm going to go with a green. Oh, so from the viewpoint of a young person. So if a young person was asking, what do you do with the information I share with you? Well, it depends on what information you're sharing with me. If you are telling us something that is about harm to you or to somebody else, we would consider that a safeguarding issue and we would have to let somebody know about that. But if you're telling us what you had for dinner, I might tell these guys, so-and-so's having spag bol and now I'm hungry. But yeah, it depends on what you're telling us. And that will dictate who we share that with. So if it's something really serious and important, we might have to share that with our bosses, but we will support you through that all the way. But if it's just general information, I might not share it. But we don't keep secrets. That's one thing. We're not allowed to keep secrets. Yeah. Anything anybody wants to add?
You know, I agree with everything Kirsty said there, and you know, sometimes we get requests at youth club, like bits of conversation. Well, I really like pepperoni pizza or stuff like that, and we know, okay, so and so loves
Mental
this.
note.
Next time, maybe we might get in a treat of this or that. And yeah, especially like have your say group.
Yeah.
That's really good for the children when they talk to us about everything. We can then tailor their youth clubs around those things that they mention.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, so we try and make what we do in youth club and all our activities based around what young people have asked for or what they've mentioned to us and things that they like. So Leon's taken some young people to see football matches because they've expressed how much they enjoy football. So yeah, things like that.
Okay. Oh my gosh, if you were a Disney character, who would you be and why? So, I love Disney. Anything princessy. Oh my gosh, I would have to pick Sleeping Beauty though, because I don't sleep enough and I wish I could sleep more and I like sleep. So, definitely Sleeping Beauty because she's always napping, that one.
Yeah, true. That's a really good question. Why was this Disney character? Does it have to be Disney?
It says Disney. The question says Disney. It's Disney.
Shrek's not Disney, is it?
But I feel like you can go there. I feel like you can.
I feel like I'd be Shrek because I can do a Shrek impression.
And you live in a swamp.
And I live in a swamp. No, I'm an ogre. You know, grab your torch and pitchfork.
You're going the right way for a smart bottom dumping.
Shrek. Love it.
Yeah, Shrek. Or perhaps I would also be Mirabelle from Encanto. Because sometimes she gets things wrong and sometimes she gets things right. And family's really important to her. And I think I resonate with that, I connect with that. And she's got some cracking glasses. She looks really good in glasses.
I would be Flick from Bugs Life.
Oh, nice.
He constantly messes up, but his intentions are always good. And he goes on the craziest adventures to help everyone in his village, in his little ant village. And he's not amazingly good at one thing, but he's good at lots of things, and he always finds a way. And I feel like I do that. I feel like I always find a way, and I feel like, yeah, put me with a backpack. I'll go through the ant village and I'll find the stuff we need.